Archangel Michael says, there is a silence around you that is not peaceful. Something has been building quietly, underneath the comfort of a familiar voice. The one you trust is walking in two directions, and soon, their plan will collide with your destiny. You've smiled at them, broken bread with them, and shared laughter like old souls. But behind that smile is a secret agenda, something they thought you would never discover. Their calm presence is a mask that hides the real storm they're crafting for you. What you're about to understand will shock you, not because of its cruelty, but because of who it's coming from. The same person who once swore loyalty to you is now the one working on a decision that might flip your world. Every move they're making is dressed in sweetness but soaked in betrayal. They've been dropping hints in conversations, but you've ignored them because your heart believed they were incapable of betrayal. Now the veil is slipping, and their real intention is close to being revealed. You must stay alert because the final act is approaching fast. Type Amen to get blessing 333. This isn't ordinary betrayal. This is someone who knows your routines, your patterns, your fears. They are using your vulnerability as a weapon and calling it concern. What you thought was friendship is being sold piece by piece in exchange for power or protection. They've spoken about you behind closed doors, saying things that are only half true. But half-truths are more dangerous than lies, because they bend your image into something unrecognizable. This person wants control over a decision that rightfully belongs to you. They are not doing this because they hate you. They're doing it because they think you're too trusting to notice. Your kindness became their opportunity, and your forgiveness their shield. You gave them everything. A voice in your life, a seat at your table, and even protection when others spoke ill of them. Now, they're preparing to walk away with something you cherish, something you won't be able to replace once it's gone. Type Amen to get blessing 627. The plan was seeded long ago. It started small, maybe just a comment, a harmless suggestion, a misplaced concern. But it grew with time, watered by envy and fed by opportunity. There's a specific moment they're waiting for. A day you'll be distracted. A conversation you'll think is routine. And on that day, the hidden plan will unfold like a letter that was sealed long ago, waiting for the right moment to explode. The strange thing is, they still love you in their own twisted way. But the kind of love they carry is selfish, more about what you can give than what they can offer. Their hands may still carry gifts, but their pockets are full of your weaknesses. Archangel Michael says, a warning has been placed at your doorstep. Not in sound, but in energy. You've been feeling uneasy without knowing why. Now, the reason is starting to make sense. Type Amen to get blessing 174. Even the smiles they offer now feel colder. Their voice doesn't carry the warmth it once did. You're not imagining it, something inside them shifted, and it was not in your favor. What they truly want is access. Access to your decisions, your plans, and your energy. Once they secure that, they'll use it to build something for themselves, and you'll be left with the ruin. They are aligning with someone else behind the scenes. Two faces you trust are whispering to each other, and you're not in the room where it's happening. These whispers are stitching together a plan that will leave you stunned. There's still time. But not much. Your spiritual team is sending this message now because you're reaching a point of no return. The next few days will require extreme awareness. Type Amen to get blessing 903. You may notice a sudden shift in their behavior. Either they become too helpful or they withdraw completely. Both are signs that their mask is slipping. This friend knows how to manipulate sympathy. They'll cry if they have to, they'll bring up your past pain as if they're helping, but it's all bait. Their goal is to lower your guard just long enough to get what they want. They don't even think they're doing wrong. In their mind, this is survival, strategy, and justice all at once. But to you, it's betrayal of the highest form. You were warned through your intuition. The moments where your heart whispered, something isn't right. That was not paranoia, it was prophecy. Type Amen to get blessing 212. The meeting they are planning will happen in a public place. A setting that seems casual, maybe even friendly. But it is during that interaction that they will try to seal the decision they've been moving toward. They will ask for something small, but its consequences will be massive. Be careful what you agree to. One yes could cost you your peace, your property, or even your future. Your name is on a document they are trying to modify. Watch for this. They are rewriting something that involves you without your full consent. They may even present it as a favor. Something for your benefit. But the true benefit is only for them, and once it's done, the damage cannot be reversed. Type Amen to get blessing 518. Someone is feeding them false confidence. There is a second person who is encouraging this betrayal. This person benefits if you fall. They want to make it look like they care for you deeply. But every time they smile at you, they're counting the days until they can take what's yours. Their mind is busy crafting stories in case you ever confront them. You will soon notice strange coincidences. Words repeated in multiple conversations. Similar excuses from different people. That is no accident. The circle of truth is tightening, and you must trust your instincts now more than ever. Silence may be golden, but right now, your voice is your sword. Type Amen to get blessing 466. Archangel Michael says, the darkness is not outside your door, it's already inside your circle. The betrayal is not coming from enemies, but from allies. What you do next will determine how far the damage spreads. Begin watching closely. Take mental notes of odd phrases, strange requests, or behaviors that don't align. The truth is revealing itself through patterns. They will try to shake your confidence. They may even say you're overreacting. That's because your awakening scares them. Once you begin seeing through their games, you become powerful. That is why they're rushing their plan. They want to act before you gain full clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 399. This isn't just about trust. This is about spiritual inheritance. You are guarding something sacred, and the enemy is using familiar faces to access it. Let them talk. Let them play their roles. But you stay centered. You're not here to fight them, but to outgrow them. You are protected. But even divine protection requires wisdom. Stay 3 steps ahead. If they bring you an offer, delay it. If they show up with news, verify it. If they seem too perfect, remember, true intentions never shout. Type Amen to get blessing 802. Behind your back, they called you naive. They think your love makes you weak. But they've misjudged you. The universe has had enough. It is intervening now because your path is being polluted by hidden hands. These hands won't win, not if you follow your divine instructions. You are not alone in this. Forces are aligning in your favor. But only if you stop ignoring the signs. In the coming days, something will slip. A message, a call, a shared screen, something will expose their plan without you even trying. Type Amen to get blessing 344. And when that happens, don't lash out. Stay quiet. Let them wonder how much you know. You're not here to beg for truth, you're here to rise above lies. Let them tremble at your silence. Forgiveness is power, but so is distance. You don't need to hold hands with a shadow to walk in the light. The same people who are working against you now will watch you walk away glowing. That glow will hurt them more than your words ever could. Type Amen to get blessing 725. You may feel tempted to warn others. But wait. Timing is your ally now. If you speak too soon, they'll hide the evidence. But when the hour is right, everything will fall into place. Their lies will collapse under the weight of your truth. This is a spiritual test. Not for them, for you. Will you act from emotion or from wisdom? Archangel Michael says, you are not being attacked. You are being awakened. The snake has shown its skin. Now you must decide how to move forward. Type Amen to get blessing 668. Let them gossip. Let them scheme. Your life will speak louder than their noise. You are chosen. Chosen to rise. Chosen to break patterns that others drowned in. What was stolen will return. What was hidden will be exposed. What was planned against you will collapse. You're not reading this by accident. This is your confirmation. And when it all unfolds, you'll remember this moment and smile. Type Amen to get blessing 103. There will be a message sent that wasn't meant for your eyes, but it will reach you. By a glitch, a mistake, or divine timing, you'll read what they didn't want you to see. That moment will confirm every uneasy feeling that's been circling your heart. They will try to fix it, to explain it away, to pretend like it meant nothing. But once truth is seen, it cannot be unseen. That message will be the unraveling thread that exposes everything they've been weaving behind your back. You will recognize the tone, the shift in their energy. It may not be loud, but it will be real. The coldness in their voice will echo even when they're trying to sound warm. Be calm. This is not the time to panic. This is the time to watch and remember everything. Type Amen to get blessing 484. They will begin making small errors. Their lies won't line up anymore. The more you remain calm, the more they'll crumble under their own story. Someone from your past will try to warn you, indirectly. A name you haven't heard in a while will surface again. Don't ignore it, listen closely. There is power in stillness. The quieter you become, the louder their guilt will grow. Let their own conscience destroy their plan. You are entering a phase of revelations. Secrets will come to light through unexpected people and moments. And one after another, the masks will fall. Type Amen to get blessing 291. Your strength isn't in reacting, it's in understanding. And you are beginning to understand more than you ever have before. The one you trusted has made a choice to betray you for something small, something temporary. They don't realize what they're giving up. They think they're winning. But what they don't see is that your destiny doesn't depend on them. What they take now will be replaced with something far greater. You are not losing, you are being cleared. Cleared of deception, of false friendship, of energy that never matched your soul. This cleansing may feel like loss, but it's actually the beginning of divine favor. Type Amen to get blessing 300. They are preparing a performance. A moment where they'll act innocent, shocked, even offended. But it's all rehearsed. You will be tested. They may cry. They may ask for forgiveness before even being confronted, just to get ahead of what's coming. But trust your heart. If it feels wrong, it is wrong. Don't second-guess your intuition. You may not have proof yet, but energy never lies. And their energy has shifted in a way you cannot ignore any longer. Type Amen to get blessing 558. The hidden plan involves not just words, but actions. It includes using someone else as a puppet to do their work. This second person may come to you pretending to be helpful. Don't fall for the setup. They're trying to trigger you emotionally to make you act recklessly. They want to make it look like you are the one who caused the fallout. But the real story is written in your silence. The way you move when you know too much but say too little. That's your power now. Even the ones they aligned with will start pulling away from them. Because when you carry dirty energy, it eventually stains everyone around you. Type Amen to get blessing 615. You are about to witness their downfall, and it will be silent. Not through chaos, but through exposure. Everything they tried to hide will be uncovered. They will be left explaining themselves to people they once manipulated. Their credibility will be questioned. Their mask will crack in places even they can't patch. This moment will be painful to watch. But don't interfere. Let karma do what it was sent to do. Your role is to protect your peace. Step aside and let the storm they created destroy the structure they built on lies. Type Amen to get blessing 700. Archangel Michael says, you have been guarded by higher forces. That's why you didn't fall, even when they planned for you to collapse. You were never alone, not even for a second. You were shown this message now because the time has come to rise. Rise with clarity, rise with quiet power, rise with wisdom. There's no need to fight for truth when it's on your side. The truth defends itself, and it will soon speak louder than any voice in the room. You will gain strength from this. Not bitterness, not revenge, just clarity. And clarity will lead you to doors they never expected you to open. Type Amen to get blessing 888. This message comes as a warning, but also a blessing. Because with every exposure, comes release. And with release, comes space, for what is truly yours. Let them go with grace. Let the truth sting without guilt. You are not here to please liars. You are entering a season where only the genuine can stay. The fake will flee on their own. Their guilt will push them out of your path. Don't chase anything that leaves now. What's leaving is deception. And what's arriving is peace. Type Amen to get blessing 362. Your path was protected all along. What looked like delays were divine defenses. What looked like confusion was clarity being prepared behind the scenes. They underestimated your wisdom. But you always had a quiet knowing, even when you didn't have proof. That knowing is your gift. Now use that gift. Use it to navigate with confidence, to make decisions from strength. You owe no explanations for the peace you protect. Let them talk. Let them spin. You have outgrown the need to be understood by the ones who were never honest to begin with. Type Amen to get blessing 533. What they took from you will return. Multiplied. Blessed. Pure. This message found you for a reason. The universe aligned every word at the right time. Not to frighten you, but to prepare you. The days ahead are sacred. Your soul is entering a new dimension of awareness. And you will never again be fooled by masks. Let this be your awakening. The betrayal wasn't punishment, it was a path toward elevation. And you are rising now, not in revenge, but in revelation. Type Amen to get blessing 447. You will walk into a moment soon where everything inside you will whisper, "Don't speak." That's because your silence will be your weapon, and your wisdom will be your shield. The more you observe without reacting, the more their plan will fall apart on its own. They expected you to confront them. They counted on you lashing out. But the strength you carry now is deeper, it's the strength of stillness in the face of storms. They never planned for your growth. They only studied your weakness. But what they didn't see coming was your evolution. That's why this betrayal didn't break you. It became your transformation. And now, your spirit is rising with divine knowledge and hidden fire. Type Amen to get blessing 777. You may receive apologies. Some may be sincere, most will be strategic. They will want to re-enter your space, but not to bring peace. They want access again. But you don't need to shut the door loudly. Just don't leave it open for the same games. Let them knock. Let them wait. Let them sit in the echo of their own choices. This friend thought you were soft. They didn't know softness can coexist with discernment. And that's what they underestimated, the sacred balance you carry. You are not angry. You are awake. That is more dangerous to any deceiver than rage will ever be. Type Amen to get blessing 292. This person is now uncomfortable in your presence. They feel your shift. You don't have to say it, they feel it in the way you look at them now. Your energy no longer entertains their lies. That discomfort will grow. Every time they lie now, they'll stutter or hesitate, because the fear of exposure is growing louder. They want to escape your awareness, but they can't. They created this truth with their own actions, and now they must sit in its shadow. And you? You walk forward, not bitter but better. Not vengeful but victorious. Type Amen to get blessing 944. They spoke your name in rooms you didn't walk into. They twisted your words and made you look small. But what they forgot is that truth travels too, and it's louder than lies. Soon someone they confided in will come to you quietly. They'll tell you more than they intended. And that's when the final puzzle piece will drop. That person won't even mean to expose them, it'll slip out, as if the universe itself couldn't keep the truth hidden anymore. And when it happens, do nothing but nod. That's all the closure you'll need. The final confirmation that you were never wrong to trust your instincts. Type Amen to get blessing 561. There are blessings being aligned for you that this person wanted to intercept. That's why they got close. It was never just about friendship, it was access to the next level of your life. But they were stopped. Spiritually blocked. What was meant for you could never be transferred to their hands. You may feel grief. Not because they hurt you, but because you loved them in full. And now, you're watching that love fall into silence. That grief will pass. And in its place, strength will grow. The kind of strength that never forgets the lesson, but doesn't hold on to the pain. Type Amen to get blessing 800. Archangel Michael says, you are being elevated now. The betrayal opened your eyes, and now your spirit is unlocking power that was dormant. What used to scare you now feels beneath you. What used to confuse you now looks like a clear map of truth. You are no longer playing the game, they are playing themselves. In the days ahead, you will be offered opportunities that don't require deception. Real people will enter who match your energy, not mirror your wounds. This is the divine exchange. The false is being removed so the real can take its place. And your heart, though bruised, will be stronger for it. Type Amen to get blessing 488. Let them watch your rise. Let them hear your name where they never imagined it would echo. Let them sit in their regret while you walk in your restoration. You won't need to speak for justice. It is already in motion. What they planted was not seeds, but traps. And now, they will fall into the very pit they dug for you. There is no joy in their downfall, but there is peace in your survival. You overcame what was meant to finish you. And now, your name is written in light. No more dimming for shadows who feared your brightness. Type Amen to get blessing 199. You are standing on sacred ground. The season of pretending is over. From here on out, only the Real can walk with you. This friend may try again. They may change form, language, or method. But they can never change their past choices. And the past has spoken. You are now surrounded by truth, guided by divine energy, and protected from unseen danger. Keep your spirit clear. Keep your path clean. Their plan failed because you stayed aligned. That's the greatest victory you could ever walk away with. Type Amen to get blessing 381. Archangel Michael says, you didn't see it before, not because you were blind, but because your heart was pure. You believed in the good, even when the signs warned otherwise. That belief is not your weakness, it's the proof that your soul was always made of light. Now that the curtain has lifted, and the shadows are exposed, you must not look away. You've seen enough to know that love should not come with conditions and traps. And this person's love, if you can even call it that, was more strategy than sincerity. They were hoping to use your compassion as a shield to continue their hidden work. But Spirit interrupted their timeline. What they began in silence is now being unraveled in full exposure. Their guilt is becoming too heavy to carry. And soon, their own tongue will betray them in front of others. Type Amen to get blessing 555. A moment will come when they look you in the eye, and you will see everything. Not their words, not their excuses, but their soul, trembling. They'll fumble for a story that can't save them anymore. They may even try to twist the truth. They'll say you changed, that you distanced yourself, that you acted differently. That's because they can no longer manipulate the awakened version of you. You are no longer the person who gave second chances like candy. You are no longer the one who accepted crumbs just to keep peace. You have evolved beyond their reach. This evolution scares them. Because they've lost control, and they know they'll never regain it. Type Amen to get blessing 666. They're going to try a new tactic soon, using someone else to speak on their behalf. A mutual friend, a relative, maybe someone you barely know. Don't fall for it. This middle person will try to create confusion. They'll play the peacemaker, trying to make you feel like you're the one being unreasonable. But it's just a setup to restore the same dynamic you've already escaped. You owe no one an explanation for protecting your peace. You owe no apologies for growing. Your only responsibility is to the truth. And the truth is, you were used, and now you're done being used. Type Amen to get blessing 123. They will eventually break under the weight of their own deception. When people ask them questions they can't answer, they'll panic. Their lies will contradict. Their web will collapse. And those who once believed them will start turning away. You won't need to say a word. The truth will do all the work. This friend had the chance to do right. They had the space to speak honestly, to fix what was broken. But instead, they chose silence, manipulation, and betrayal. Now the consequences are forming like clouds, and the storm is one they created with their own hands. Type Amen to get blessing 888.